Hi there, welcome to the daily activity from Learn with Miss Kennedy. Today I really wanted to show you guys how to make that super cool puffy chalk paint that's going around the internet for outside. But as you probably know, it's rainy and the weather's just not very good today, so it wouldn't really work. So instead, I'm gonna just teach us how to make regular puffy paint that we can use inside on stuff. Okay, so for this recipe, you're gonna need a half a cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, some food coloring, and a little bit of water. And then you're gonna need a big bowl to mix the main mix in, and I'll show you some other little things that you can put the paint in so that you can make different colors. So what you're gonna wanna do is pour the flour into your bowl, tap it all out, put in your 2 teaspoons of salt. Doesn't have to be totally exact. And your 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then you're gonna wanna get like a spoon or a spatula and just mix that up a little bit. Not too much, just, you want it to be a little bit mixed. And after that, you're going to go over and add some water, a little bit at a time until it's a really thick paste. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've added my water to make it kind of a thick paste. It looks a little almost like pancake battery. It's hard to kind of make you guys see that. There you go. It kind of looks a little pancake battery. And you just kind of want to stir it until there's not a whole bunch of lumps in it. So for dividing your paint up into containers to get it onto your paper, there are a few different things you can do, but one of them is to pour it into a small bowl. Pour however much you want of one color. I'm going to do about 1/4 of the batter because I have 4 bowls. So there you go. I put my batter in there and then I'm going to add some food coloring. I think I am going to add red. I would say, let's see how many drops I need to do to get the color I want. 1, 2, wow, I added a lot. All right, let's just stir that and see how it turns out. Because I want it to be red, not pink. Ooh, that looks nice. Look at that. Pretty good. It's a little pink, so I'm gonna add a little more. And you can add, as much or as little as you want till you get whatever color you want. Now, if you don't have food coloring, you can leave your paint white and you could paint it on like a colored piece of paper. That would be also pretty cool. So there's my red-ish puffy paint. I'm gonna set that aside and then I'll show you another way. You maybe don't wanna be as messy as bowls if you're worried about little kids. So you can take a small sandwich size Ziploc type bag and you can just scoop some of your paint in there like that. It's not super easy. And then add your food coloring and then just cut a little tiny hole in the corner and squeeze the paint out. I'll show you guys how to do that later. I'm gonna get my bag ready. So most food coloring kits only have like 3 or 4 basic colors. So if you wanna create some unique colors, all you need to do is mix the colors and add more than 1 different food coloring to make it. So as you can see, I've added the blue and I'm just kind of squishing it to mix it up in there with my hands. It actually feels pretty cool to squish the bag. So I've added the blue and now I'm gonna add some red because I really want to be able to have a purple paint, and obviously I don't have any purple food coloring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that's gonna be the color I want it to be. All right, I'll squish that around in there. Ooh, it's changing. Let's see what it becomes. It's definitely getting darker. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna be purple or something else. We're gonna have to find out when I paint with it. All right, well, we will see what color that is gonna end up being when I do my painting. Okay, so as you can see, I have my 4 paint colors here. I made blue, yellow, green, and red-ish. It's not super red. Now, if you have it in the bag, obviously you could, you know, just cut the tip and squeeze it out. But for the ones that are in the bowls, I want to try and experiment with some more creative methods for painting. So we're going to explore that, and I'm going to just make a test page first and see how different things work to do it. Experimenting when you're at home is really super fun. So I'm going to do the blue first because I think that's going to be the most simple one. So I'm going to just cut the tip. Woo, it comes out really fast, so be sure not to squeeze it when you're doing it. I'm just going to squeeze out a little line. Yep, that's definitely like puffy, but I think it's going to get puffier. Okay, so yeah, I made a little blue line. I'm going to carefully set that down. Here's my blue line of paint. It does drip if you tip it too much, so be careful. Now with the other ones, obviously I could use like a regular paintbrush. So here I'm just gonna paint on this orange one. Or the red one. Whoops, getting my colors mixed up. And on paper, this looks more pink, so if you want red, you have to add more colors. So there is my pinkish red. As you can see with the paintbrush, you're going to need to add a lot more, but don't worry, it will still puff up just fine. Now, you could also, some people don't have, you know, bags or paintbrushes at home, but that's okay. You could also use like a Q-tip, and I could take the Q-tip and I could make some dots or draw a line. That's what I'm going to do with my green paint. Make some splatters. That's beautiful. Kind of smells like pancakes in here because it's flour and baking soda. So there you go. Here's my green. Again, you get a thicker result with the when you do it with the Q-tip than with the paintbrush. And also, I was going to show you one more. You could try maybe even using like the back of your spoon to make like a big circle. Like if I wanted to make the sun, I could just take it straight off the back of my spoon and make a big dot like that. Ta-da! There's my yellow. I'm going to put this in the microwave and see how long it takes to warm up before we do it, because you have to warm it up in the microwave for the paint to get puffy. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. I want to put your paper straight in the microwave, not on top of anything, and make sure you measure it before you put it in there. I think my microwave is going to have a hard time turning because I didn't measure it to make sure that my microwave could turn and have the paper still fit. We'll see how that turns out. So this is how my paper looks after 5 seconds in the microwave. I forgot that you should clean your microwave, make sure it's all dry before you put it in there, because then if you don't, obviously you're going to have wet spots on your paper like mine. But it's actually turned out really cool. And the paint is pretty dry on most of them. And look, it's way puffier. It's not quite as puffy over here, but it definitely is puffing up off the paper. And if your paint's not quite dry, it all depends on your microwave. You could do a little longer, but you're going to want to make sure you put it on a very low heat setting. Otherwise, you could risk burning the paper. So now that I'm officially done with all of my experimenting, I kind of, you know, tried a few different things out, figured out how everything works. I'm gonna go ahead and do my real painting, and then I will share it for you guys. So make sure you guys share your art with me. I want to see what you've done. You'll just have to wait and see mine. It'll be down below when I'm done. Bye. Okay, so what I found out is that depending on your microwave, obviously times will take longer, but for me, I put my actual art in for 5 to 10 second intervals, and I just kept repeating that on super low power until all the paint was puffy and hard and dry. But, you know, the more thicker paint, the longer it'll take, but the more puffy it will be, and I feel like that's really cool. So here we go. I'm going to show you my final art. There it is. Unfortunately, I did not dry my microwave super well before this, so it's a little wet from the inside of my microwave, but I've made a beautiful house on some green hills with clouds and a sun, and let's see, if we bring it up level, you can see there's definitely some puffiness going on there. It is so cool. I love it. Look at that. Poof, poof, poof. It's really cool to touch once it's done. And there you go. I want to see you guys' art when you're done. Bye.